GNX. And he told me for a fact that all of the artists, LA rappers that was featured on GNX only got paid $10,000 for their feature. And only 2 of them have received publishing to this day.
Not a good look for Kendrick, bro. I don't like you, cause you ain't used to having no money like that. So I understand why you thought it was nothing. So you said it. He gonna say, well, Kendrick Lamar told everybody on the album, you can either pick the royalties or the $10,000, and everybody picked the $10,000. So basically, you just admitted that Kendrick Lamar just robbed everybody for their royalties.
What's good, we familiar? It's your boy JK, and I'm back with another rap caveat where I bring y'all fans to the finances of the music industry. Now, this whole thing has been bubbling with this whole Kendrick Lamar and his features for the GNX album, of how the artist got compensated for that for like a month now. I wanted to do some research before I talked about it at the time that I heard about it. And on my end, I want to speak on 2 things. I want to speak on the business side for Kendrick and his team of how this makes sense. And then I'm going to speak on how on the branding side wise for Kendrick and his team, this looks bad. You know what I'm saying? So let me get to the business side. Now, before I get to the business side, right, I want y'all to understand, right, y'all got to get out of y'all feelings when it comes to the music industry and how people get paid when it comes to these albums. So full disclaimer, what I'm going to say, y'all may not going to like, because what I'm saying about the business side, you're going to have to take your feelings out of it, right? Now, when it comes to the business side, when you're making an album and you're a signed artist to a label, usually the traditional way is, and I don't know how Kendrick's deal is set up now, it may be different, it may be a licensing deal, I don't know. But I'm just gonna tell you how it goes when it was the old traditional way, when you get a budget from a label and that budget is what you gotta use to make the album. And with that budget, you have to recoup on that budget in order for you to make money off the album for your royalties. Now, getting to the royalties part, when it comes to the songs that are on the album, when you are usually the mainstream artist and you're the quote unquote bigger artist, right? You're already having to try to get majority writer share or publishing share on that song for each album. You're starting off at 100% because the song is the whole song, right? Usually, the producer gets 50, right? Usually. Now, it may be certain things that they worked it out with the split sheet. It could be different. Usually, the producer gets 50, right? Now, as the mainstream artist who's trying to recoup, let's not forget that, and also trying to make money off this album, you're going to be taking majority of that 50% split, right? So if you have a feature on there, and more than likely the feature is not another mainstream artist, if it's like an independent artist or just a dude on the come up or a female on the come up, you as the featured artist that's not mainstream, your royalties may not be that much because your share on the song ain't really going to be much. Because to be honest, it's the artist that's doing it, they're looking at it more as a lookout, right? It's more exposure for me to put you on my album than to really compensate you. You get what I'm trying to say? So what it looks like on the business end, that Kendrick and his team was trying to make sure that they maximize on each song and they get majority of the writer share for each song. I'll just give you an example. If Kendrick Lamar is getting 49%, then the featured artist is probably going to get 1% or maybe not even nothing, right? So in order to recoup, in order to maximize the profits you're going to get on the album, the featured artist, and there was about, I want to say it was about 6 to 8 features. There was a lot of features on Kendrick album. I think maybe out of those 8 or whatever, 5 or 6 of them were like unknown artists and they weren't signed artists, right? So for those artists, I think what Kendrick's team was trying to do, and this is my opinion, I think what they were trying to do was, look, we can't give you much publishing on here because we need Kendrick to get most of the writer share to get these royalties to make the money off the album. As a compensation, right, we gonna try to, you can either take the $10,000 as money that you made make off of these royalties. If we were to put you on, we'll give you 10,000, or we could give you a writer share, but it's gonna be so low that yes, you can still make the royalty in perpetuity, meaning forever, but it may not be what you want. So I think it was just a way of Kendrick and his team to try to look out for artists, to at least try to compensate them for being on the album, where it just doesn't look like we still in a swag or trying to come up off of them. Let's try to give them something for their contribution on the album, which I applaud for them doing that, right? Hey y'all, just taking a quick break to show y'all my new and improved website for www.playaway.com. As you can see, you can still get the merch on there. Definitely cop up on that. And now I'm also offering services for consulting for podcasts, the music industry. You want to know how to start a podcast? You need ideas? Hit your boy up, www.playwave.com. I'm out. So on the business end for them, they probably took, I don't know if it's Kendrick Lamar's personal money or from the budget. They were just like, we can give y'all out of the budget 10,000 to look out that way, or either or, to maximize profit on the album, and they're not spending as much on the album, right? So I can see that on that, and how on the business side it works out. Now, the reason I'm saying on the branding side it looks bad is because you never want to make it look like you are taking advantage of artists that are contributing towards your album, especially when they're artists on the come up. You get what I'm saying? So when they're artists on the come up and you the bigger artist, you never want to look like you're kind of using them for you to look better. You get what I'm saying? Because he had the whole pop-out show, and a lot of these artists were from the West Coast, and it was a West Coast sounding album. So you would think that with the contributions that they made and how it made Kendrick look, you would think that the compensation would be more, or he would give them more of a writer share on the album. But like I said, with the business side, it just probably didn't make sense for them to do so. They probably did want to do it, but in order for them to maximize profits, they can't give a Lefty Gunplay 25% writer share, because that means they're splitting 50%. You get what I'm saying? So he probably couldn't give them as much as he wanted to on the album. So that's why he gave them the either or. But that's why on the branding side it looks bad, because with all the pop out and you West Coast, you were champion of the West Coast for about the past 2 years. I'm just saying, I mean, he's done it through his whole career, obviously, but it's been more of a push in the past probably a year and a half, 2 years. When you stand on that, but it doesn't look like you're compensating them, it does kind of look bad. And being that it's $10,000, you would think Kendrick Lamar is very high paid, that he would at least offer them at least 6 figures or just something to jumpstart some of their careers financially. You get what I'm saying? I had the one guy that came out and was, openly dissing Kendrick that was on the album. I don't remember his name. I think it was Dodie. I don't want to get it wrong. But he was kind of bashing Kendrick Lamar, kind of saying he's still homeless. So I think it was just a kind of a buildup of that. So that's why I say on the branding side, it doesn't make Kendrick look good. But like I said, business, there's no feelings involved in it. They're trying to put out an album. They're trying to maximize profit. They're signed to a label. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Do y'all feel like Kendrick was wrong for what he offered, or you feel like on the business side it makes sense? I definitely want to hear what y'all said below. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Check out my website, www.playwave.com. Go get you some merch. All the merch is made by your man, The Wave, right here. So please support. Till next time, your boy out. Know that.